Hi guys, my name is Anne. Thank you so much for joining me. I wanted to come on today and give an energy update based on the last video I did on the big shift and transformation. Now these videos are linked together because we know that we are going through this big shift, this big energy shift into 5D, and this has been going on for quite some time, and we can continue to feel these shifts and these level jumps as we go through this process, and it is quite unbelievable. There has been some very intense energies coming through the last few days, which are quite literally sweeping me off my feet. Certainly there are times when walking and balance is sometimes difficult, and the messages coming in, the downloads, if you will, are very intense. They are filled with some very deep information. Now, one thing I wanted to mention is the universe doesn't always hand us everything on a silver platter. It's not always perfect guidance, and not everybody is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. So some of the challenge in this energy is to really connect your own dots. So bits and pieces of information may be coming in, and you have to really tap into that higher level intelligence to figure out what it's really trying to show you and tell you and guide you towards. So the universe often asks you to stretch out of your comfort zone and to trust in your ability to learn new things. I mean, it is certainly this higher learning energy that we've been given, and sometimes you have to put some work and some effort into really understanding what it means exactly for you. And there is an awful lot of that coming in right now. It is a little bit challenging to navigate depending on where you're at in the process. For those of us who have been going through this for a while now, it tends to blow our minds continually that this continues to increase and rise, and we continue to go with it, and we have to really step back and learn how to integrate this energy and how to integrate it into our lifestyle and our body structures, and to understand both the masculine and feminine parts of this energy. So it's really up to us to understand what we need to work on and what we need to balance. Now, balance is a big, huge word that keeps coming in to my into my view. The balance between the on the horizon, which is so perfect for today. We are certainly feeling this exact thing, the equilibrium, the balance of the equinox and the upper energies and the lower energies, and we are finding ourselves moving this way with waves up and down and in between them. So we have to really sort of watch what's happening or feel what's happening. And I found, for me, I have a lot of the higher chakra energies that I tend to be more accustomed to. Really, a lot of it, I think, is based on the positioning in my chart. Certainly having a lot of water energy present. But I also have another element, which is this earth energy. And it is telling me that we need to remain grounded. So I might need to do more work in really working on my lower chakras, my sense of security, sense of confidence, sense of self, sense of putting myself out there and really expressing my authentic being, whereas others, perhaps the masculine, it depends on the situation, is more being guided to move into sort of the higher chakras, or understanding more of the emotional drivers that exist within them, that they are allowed to feel and experience emotion and caring and empathy, and learning how to really, for all of us, balance those energies, as well as the frequencies that are coming through, because all of this is affecting our body and our structure and our DNA. Now, this is another very interesting point, because if you've listened to me, I've talked quite a bit about sort of childhood trauma, sort of triggers, what we're healing. And it has very much been this emotional healing journey. And what this energy is giving us the courage to do is really allow ourselves to let go of that burden that we've been carrying from other people. Mostly, if you're very sensitive or empathic, you can pick up on the projections of other people. And we can now free ourselves from that and understand that those types of energies are allowed to exist within others as they work through themselves, and that's okay. And we are able to create the proper boundaries by being confident in what we know and confident in ourselves, to allow them to be them and allow us to stand confidently and not react. So much of this process is learning how to manage your our emotional reaction to so many things that no longer needs to keep us, pulling us down. So as we move and shift up into the higher horizons, that's where it's more mastery, self-mastery of really looking at and feeling the moment and the now, and to really bring ourselves back to this state of just joy and pleasure of a moment in time, of just how wonderful it is that we're alive. And the final thing is to really work on gratitude, because I'm finding a lot of what's coming through right now is this negative, can be sort of negative, pulling us back into these negative self-talk programs. And if you are in the now, you're letting that sort of run in the background, and you're giving yourself the ability to accept that it's running, but really you don't have to pay any attention to it. You can let it run like a river, sort of, that meanders or moves very fast, but you can tap into that whenever you so desire. But to really shift into, if something's pulling you down, find a reason for the gratitude in that moment. Now, these things are really, really important. They sound very simple, but this is the basic shifting that is happening within our body structure. So how we deal with these frequencies, these energies, our emotional reactions to things, and what it's triggering in us is absolutely the key to our overall well-being and the collective conscious healing journey and process. I hope this helps. It is sometimes difficult to articulate all of these absolutely crazy energies that are happening, and to I always try to share what I think is going to be the most helpful to you guys. So keep up the good work. This is a process, and we just have to get just used to it. He is getting to me today. Anyway, have a great day, and we will talk soon.